Hey everybody, Dan here, and I am going to be doing the Build-A-Figure for Mr. Hyde, who is the Build-A-Figure for the Shang Chi movie line of Marvel Legends. Okay, so we'll be putting that together. I just do want to mention that I do have a Kickstarter going right now for my book Junkyard Joe, and we have a second book, Subject Alpha. If you search Junkyard Joe in Kickstarter, you'll find it. I'll put the link in the show notes down below. But I did go to a local Walmart. I believe the employee maybe usually takes everything off the shelf and sells it on online from because I never have any luck anytime I go there. Um, this time around, though, this full series was there. Perhaps the movie hasn't come out. He didn't. I don't know. Again, that's just a suspicion. I've never seen him putting it in all in a backpack or anything. Um, and secondarily, at my Walmart, usually there is someone who is stealing the Build-A-Figure parts. So you'll see the figure hanging up on the shelf, and the Build-A-Figure part will be gone. So that's never a good thing. But in this particular time, I guess I got it before the clerk and before the, whoever this may be doing that. So let's start off with Shang himself. Okay, Shang Chi, as he appears in the movie. I'll read the back of the box on each of these. See, he comes with an assortment of hands. Looks like he's got a staff there. And trained since childhood by the mysterious Ten Rings organization, Shang-Chi must confront the past he thought he left behind when he is drawn back into his father's web. Okay, that is what it says here. See, the box has some painted art of Shang-Chi, and it shows you the figures you need. 6 figures to build Mr. Hyde. I did see that there is a 7th figure I saw in Target that did not have a Build-A-Figure piece. I'm guessing it was the female lead of the movie. I don't know any of the character names as of yet. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'll be keeping the actual characters. Uh, I mean, Shang-Chi did have, I believe, his a more comic book accurate portrayal, which is usually what I go for in a Marvel Legends over a movie series. Although I did like the Deadpool movie series. Um, so I won't actually be taking all the figures out. Again, our main objective here is to build Mr. Hyde, and that was a main motivator for me to get this series. Okay, so I'm trying to cut the bottom of the box that is taped. And I believe if I take out these tabs, I should be able to slide out the casing with the figure and the Build-A-Piece. See, it's kind of tough. You know why? The tape wasn't fully cut. Let's see. No, it is fully cut. Good thing I just did chest and tries and not back and buys because I had to pull that apart. Okay, bop. It's open. Sliding it out. Huh? We got a little, I don't know, safety warning perhaps? Not to put all the smaller pieces in your mouth, I guess. All right. And this Shang-Chi There he is, as I said. Got a staff, extra hands. Comes with a leg of Mr. Hyde. Okay, Mr. Hyde, mainly Thor, Hulk, uh, Avengers, maybe even Daredevil, maybe fought at one point. Mr. Hyde, long-standing Marvel villain. Back in the box, Shang goes, because again, maybe I'll put these online for a very reasonable price, and someone who could appreciate them more, who isn't overrun with figures taking over their whole household, could get it minus Build-A-Figure piece. Get the whole series, if that's what they're into. Maybe they're not a big Mr. Hyde fan. All right. Let's see. Now, next character, Ling. Okay, Ling. And this description says, when her estranged brother Shang Chi suddenly shows up in her life, Ling must choose between the solitary life she created for herself or join her brother in the fight against the Ten Rings. Okay. And as you see, it comes with a torso, Mr. Hyde torso. Extra hand for her, a whip. I mean, they kind of really went wild with the hands on these. Like, does anyone have that much concern for the pose of the hands? I don't know. Marvel Legends, Hasbro must think we do. Okay, so, again, cutting the tape on the bottom of the box. Let me see here. This one's really taped in there. Ling. Okay. Oops. Need a little more cutting here. All right. Seems like these cardboards. I think trick might be to do them both at once. Let's try that out. Get them both going at once. Yep. Much easier to open up the bottom. Oh, didn't show you the painted artwork on the side there. Ling. All right. Again, slide it out. And okay, there's Ling. All our hands. Mr. Hyde torso. Probably should have been the first one we took out because that is the basis of connecting everything else. Slide these back in. Yeah, it seems like Marvel Legends, they know what they're doing as far as roping you in to make sure that you get each series of Marvel Legends. Because they'll always put something in there, especially the Build-A-Figure, that you're going to want. Okay. Close her back up. Trying to do this expeditiously so that we do not have a 2-hour video. All right. Ling back in the box. All right. Why don't we start putting them together here? This looks like the left leg on Shang Chi. Let's see. I always am cautious about breaking these. I don't want to do that. Doesn't really seem to stick that well. Let's see if it sticks but it doesn't look like it's that leg. Let me wait till I get the other leg out. Make sure I got the right ones. They both sockets look about the same size, but let's not leave that to chance. Let's see who. Oh, there's the other leg. So let's go with this figure so we can figure out the legs. I don't know how this ties into Shang Chi. I don't think it's tied into the movie, but we have, what are they calling this now? Tony Stark AI. Okay. I guess if I'm going to read the back. So if this is part of the movie, then you may want to fast forward 20 seconds or something so you don't have a spoiler. It says, after a tragic battle, Tony Stark lives on in digital form as a hologram at the helm of a high-powered robotic suit of armor. Again, I don't know if that's part of the movie or not, but that is what we're dealing with here. You can see there's like a hologram head in there. Let's see. Again, cutting those two things on the bottom. Cutting the tape. We'll double up on our now new method of not damaging anything. Again, there's another leg in this Tony Stark AI. And they got like a blue translucent Tony Stark head in there. Okay, that's supposed to be, I guess, the artificial intelligence. And here you get the other leg. Yeah, this does look like the left leg with the other one being the right leg. Put Tony back in this box. He, of course, did come with extra hands, but you can take the translucent. I mean, you can actually just make this. Put this in here. I mean, if you put the Iron Man head on there, then you really just have an Iron Man figure, except for the blue instead of yellow in the middle. But there you get the extra hands, of course, because this is a hand-heavy series. All right. Maybe we should just put this whole thing at the end. Just looking at these legs. Let's put it together as we're going. So I've done it traditionally on these videos. All right, so torso. Let me just look at these legs. That looks like the right leg. This does look like the left leg. Again, without forcing it. Doesn't seem to have that great a seal. All right. On more or less. They usually have like a ball joint, which really gives you a good... This is not a ball joint. See? That's just like a peg. This is just like a peg. This is just more like Legos or something. Get some light in there. See, there's a peg in there. And that. So that's, like I said, more like a Lego or something. I mean, the other leg just fell off when I put this leg on. I don't know. I mean, if you glue it, then it's not going to be movable. Finally thought had something good going on there. Well, you know what? I mean, basically, I usually stand these figures up and pose them, and then that's it. Oh boy, these legs just, they do not stay on. They do not stay on. This is a warning. Make this a little review for Hasbro. I don't know if they think no one takes things out of the box because of collectability, but this is crazy. I mean, I'm certainly applying enough pressure. I mean, they're on, but if I just move them, even just to pose it so that the feet are not, you know, the legs just fall off. The legs just fall off. All right, well, sorry, Hasbro. Again, I could stand him, and he's fine. Except if you pick him up, then the leg doesn't stay on the joint. All right. But I'm going to really, let me go for broke as far as putting pressure in here. Okay. See? Still not on tight. Okay. Staying on. I'll lay it down so it doesn't fall apart. All right. Let's continue. Okay. Let us continue with this. What do we got now? All right. Death Dealer. Again, get ready to fast forward if this back of the box is a spoiler. Death Dealer is one of the most formidable opponents Shang Chi has ever faced. And actually, this painting that's on the side is more fully on the back. And you can see each of these descriptions comes in multiple languages. Jiling. Should have showed these from the back. Oops. Shang Chi. And AI Tony Stark. All right, and as you can see, Death Dealer comes with an arm, which we can only hope stays on better than the legs do. You know, we took so long with the legs, and maybe I will just put it together at the end so that we're not taking such a big break in between each figure. Okay. Mr. Hyde arm. So, and it came with another little instructional thing. Mr. Hyde, guess, I don't know if he's supposed to be the actual Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I believe he might be. Okay, here he is back in the thing without the arm. Extra hands. And it looks like nunchucks that have blades on them, like scythes that are nunchucks. And guess that's a hand with a sword. Okay, that was Death Dealer. Gonna save that one for the end. Next up, the other arm. Wenwu. Okay, Wenwu. It says Wenwu. Okay. Extra hands. And some martial arts weapons. And another arm. Shang Chi's father, Wenwu, is the feared leader of the Ten Rings organization, which has lurked in the shadows of the MCU since the very beginning. Yeah, I can't say I'm well versed in Shang-Chi. Powerman Iron Fist, I have the whole series starting as Luke Cage here from Hire into Powerman Iron Fist. That was really my martial arts exposure in Marvel. Didn't get into Shang-Chi. Just cutting the tape again. You know, I was into Bruce Lee. And to take Korean Kempo for a while, but for whatever reason, Shang-Chi didn't really interest me. Well, I'm opening this up. I'll mention that I got to get these both at the same time again. Yeah, I like martial arts films. I guess films, for me, martial arts maybe a little translate a little better than comics starts to show that action. I guess in high school, repeatedly, I would watch Kill and Kill Again, which I think they just kept playing on HBO maybe. Kill and Kill Again. I saw that a number of times. And The Last Dragon, which had Timac in it. And the villain was Sho'nuff. Very memorable for anyone who saw that. Timac makes a comic book convention scene. There's Wenwu. And let's take out the other Mr. Hyde arm. All right, put that over there for a second. Reclose Wenwu. Back into the box. Yeah, I mean, again, I think they know what they're doing. You never had Mr. Hyde before. I know some of us want a major character like that. At least in my mind, Marvel, you know, longtime fans who will want Mr. Hyde. Pretty iconic villain. All right. Wenwu back in the case. All right, now I think there's probably some like reseller message board somewhere that it seems like they probably at one point all came together to say that the head, whichever figure has the head, that's the one we'll make a shortage of. You know, they all scurry to get the figure that actually has the head on it. Because seems like those are always the hardest to find. Again, just my luck that apparently they must have put it out right before I got there. I haven't gotten a full series of Marvel Legends from a store uh, probably in like 16 years, I have to imagine. Um, so again, this one is Hey, you know what? I was going to sell them all. This one kind of looks cool, though. I don't know. And again, this might be a spoiler. Uh, so decide if you want to see this or not. I don't know if this has anything to do with the movie. Okay? The Civil Warrior. Okay? No, probably not. In an alternate Earth ravaged by civil war, Captain America assumes the mantle of Civil Warrior. Okay? So maybe this and the Iron Man are just comic related. I'm way behind on reading, so these may have shown up. They make more sense in the movie, though, because um, those are two characters. Spoiler alert for Endgame that weren't going to reemerge after that movie. And as I said, there's our Mr. Hyde head. Cut the bottom again. I mean, yeah, I may still. I mean, again, I'm just out of display space. So maybe, I don't know if Civil Warrior has to be in my displays. So maybe I can, oops, didn't cut this fully. Maybe I can part ways with him. I did cut it. In the interest of, well, coming up on a half hour here. All right. Slide this all the way down as I put that head in there high up. I mean, this looks like a robotic replacement for Captain America, not, but I guess it could just be an armor. Okay. Comes with the shield. Hey, look at that. Last character, no extra hands. A little instruction manual fell out. Let's get the Mr. Hyde head out. Yeah, it seems like this series, they're still doing that rib cage joint, which they've incorporated. Marvel Legends have been pretty standard for a while now. You know, again, I usually just display stuff. I'm not such a stickler for posability. Uh, to some degree, I could even do with just mini statues made of plastic. Because again, uh, my days of having action figure battles are long past. But sometimes actually it pays to have them posable. If you want to make Spider-Man swinging, floss is a good webbing substitute. Okay, Civil Warrior. There's a painting that's on the back and the front. I mean the sides. Okay, Build-A-Figure Marvel's Mr. Hyde. Okay, now we got all the pieces. Let's see if the arms hold out any better than the legs, which are still on, but I'm treating them gingerly. All right. There's how the joint is. Show you the inside of this. All right. Now we gotta hope for the best. Left arm's going in first. Now you see that snapped in. That snapped in and is not going anywhere. You hear a snap when you put that in. Again, I don't know what type of design flaw is in the legs. I mean, you'll see that the head has a. See, this is what they usually have, like a ball joint, and that snaps it in place. So I don't know why they dropped the ball on the legs, but You know, that's how it is. What am I going to do? Here's the other arm. Okay, you can see. Let's see. It's pretty good detail. See if the camera will not focus in on that. There it goes. It's got warts, some dual skin tone, and it's pretty comic accurate with the outfit here. Let's leave those snapped right in. Oh, the legs. Why? Why did they do that to the legs? The rest of it's going so well. Okay, got the head. I could see. Well, let me show you that. Okay, so that's kind of up there for this ball joint. Straighten that out to get this on. Gotta hold it by the back so the legs don't fall off while I'm doing this. I'm not hearing a snap on this. Again, I'm always worried about breaking stuff, you know? I mean, to buy another figure just to get that torso. Okay, that went on. See if the camera will focus. Get my hand out of the way so it could maybe focus. Focus, camera, focus. I don't know if it's really focusing. All right. I know, if someone's watching it on their phone, I want them to get a good look. Seems a little cross-eyed, but that's just his anger. Like I said, I know you guys might be watching on your phone, so I'm trying to get close up. Don't think the camera's really. See, maybe about that point it's clear. Ah, it just zoomed right now. Let's see if we can bring him up closer. See, it doesn't zoom on that much. Took a while to zoom. I think we're better off right about here. Okay, so we got the gums in there. Guess the hair covers the ears. There's even red in his pupils. Got his derby, bow tie, white shirt. Very accurate portrayal of Mr. Hyde. Arms slightly bigger. I'll say remarkably bigger than. It's almost like the Dale Keown hands there going. You know how Dale Keown kind of trying not to hold it by the legs. Popularized like big hands for the Hulk. Seems like Mr. Hyde's a little bit in that Dale Keown vein. Even the interesting stuff Dale Keown did with the fingers, kind of this hand seems to represent that a little bit. Try to give you side view. Back view. Got buttons on the jacket there, stitching. So they've upped their game, Marvel Legends. I have to say they do a lot more than they used to. Probably again, maybe a debt of gratitude to uh, McFarlane Toys that just made so much detail that maybe the rest of the toy industry tried to keep up. Shoes have texture and laces, so that's pretty good. Now, what's interesting is I don't know if you can, in some way, not through Marvel Legends, but maybe through action figures from various lines, this would work out well for making Mr. Hyde in a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen's display. Okay, if you were going to display the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Everyone knows that's Alan Moore's great work. They made a great movie from it. Sean Connery playing Alan Quatermain. Okay, it's kind of like a gathering of the greatest heroes of that period that I believe are public domain characters at this point. Uh, they had Dracula's girlfriend. They had who's the captain? Captain Nemo. Um, as I said, Alan Quatermain. Trying to recall everyone. I think Billy the Kid might have been part of that movie. I know there was a Western hero who took part in that, and I know I'm forgetting someone. Oh, they utilized. I'm forgetting the name of the character now. The guy with the painting, where the painting ages. He doesn't age as long as he doesn't see it. So they made use of various, uh, again, public domain characters from back then. Sherlock Holmes' villain is part of it. So this could be the beginning of your uh, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen's display that they actually, that movie did not get a toy line as far as I know. All right, well, that's going to do it. I'll mention once again, I do have the Kickstarter going. I'm going to move the arms just so you can. Um, again, for my Junkyard Joe book and Subject Alpha. Okay, that is currently live on Kickstarter. We can use any support or sharing on that. Um, I've been hired to write for Antarctic Press. So I've been in Exciting Comics, starting in the recently released Exciting Comics number 9. So that is out. You can go into previews, the new issue of Exciting Comics. You'll see my name, Dan Sen, on that. And Argo Comics, I got Argo 5, number 41 is our next release. So I'm keeping busy with Argo Comics. But again, the Thunder Zone Kickstarter is current. Again, I'll put the link down below. And that does it for our Build-A-Figure. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And thanks for tuning in.